Bottle, 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 bop, bottle, 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 bop, bottle, 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 bop, bottle, 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 bop, bottle. Sincerely, oh yes, sincerely, 'cause I love you so dearly. Please say
What's up, guys? Welcome back here to the most prestigious, the most relevant show here on YouTube Entertainment. My name is Sean Soulstar, and this is a legendary show. It's a special edition of the legendary show. As you know, you've checked out our previous video. We talked about if you haven't done so yet, check out our previous video. We do predictions for the Royal Rumble. Today is a special episode. Today, Dylan's not here, but today I'm here because this month, January, is a very special month. On the 12th of this month, just passed, was the day that my grandfather passed away, which was 2 years ago, which is wow. And then on the 29th is the day my grandmother passed away. It'll be 7 years, which is still hard to believe, you know. But I'm here today to talk. We're talking about my grandparents today, just share some stuff, and that's gonna be really fun. So, you know, my grandparents, you know, they were the best. They were amazing. You know, they were the best. And it's just, wow, you know. And I want to show you, and here's the thing. You know, my grandmother passed away when I was about, 17, 18. So for that, all those years, of course, my mom and dad, you know, were married out, you know, most of that time, but they were, you know, but they both of them worked. Both of them had to work. And so for a lot of those 18 years, I went to my grandma's house, you know, after school and all that, which is pretty cool, you know. And you know, and well, how that started was, I guess, why I don't remember, honestly, I don't remember, you know. But when I was real little, you know, one of my aunts used to watch me when I was told, and then something happened, and then she couldn't anymore, whatever the case may be. So my mom asked my grandma if she could, and my grandmother, she babysat a lot of her grandkids. She babysat, you know, my brother, you know, some of my cousins, and then she babysat even some of the neighbors' kids. But when I was born in 93, she actually really didn't babysit. Like, one of my other cousins, I had three of my cousins were born around the same time, around the same age. But the other one of them, his uncle, his dad, took care of him, and then the other one, my aunt, took care of the other one, I guess, my other cousin, his mom. So I was the only one at the time went to my grandma's house. Right, it's crazy because when my brother was born, it was him and some other of his cousins would be there, and some of the neighbors' kids, right? But it was me. It was just me until my sister came around in 2003. So the first 10 years, it was just me. So, you know, I remember just in it. So when I was like little till 18, I went to my grandma's house every day, and my grandfather would pick her from school and all that, and always had fun, man. Me and my grandparents, man, every day. Like, you know, me and my grandma should always, you know, I don't know if you guys know, but there's these, back in the day, they have them called these record player consoles. You guys seen record players, right? Little turntables, you can get them. Now I have one, they look like a little suitcase, and it's pretty cool. But back in the day, they actually had one that were console players that were big, and they had speakers and the record player, radio, and it's all hooked up into one, which is pretty cool. My grandma, they still have it. Doesn't really work. They had to get it fixed, but it still has it. Looks nice and everything, good condition. And then they have all the records in there, and then it's cool. You play the records through there, and it's pretty cool. I remember growing up, I think it worked. I think my grandma would play Humpty Dumpty record, right? And we have like different nursery rhymes and all that, by Baby Bunty and all these different, songs, and Read Blind Mice, all that good stuff, and it's pretty cool, yeah, really cool, and then we'd also go outside and we'd sit on the swing. She had like a little swing, with not like a swing, more like one of those little benches, but it was like a swing, and we would eat sandwiches. Like our favorite sandwiches to eat were like peanut butter and jelly, and we love the crunchy peanut butter. That was the kind we liked. I still like that one the best. Better than the freaking regular creamy kind. But then we end up having, or we'd have like a bologna and cheese sandwich, whatever, and then or egg sandwich. She made the best egg sandwiches, and then we'd always have Fritos with it. And I remember, those were good. Me and Grandma loved Fritos. Go outside, Grandma loved Diet Pepsi. I like Coke, but she only had Diet Pepsi, and I would drink. She had regular Pepsi too, so I would drink that. But we would sit there and just or have apple juice. We would sit there and on swing and all that fun stuff. I remember, just loved going to my grandma's house because they had a grandpa in the den. They have a PS1 and a Nintendo 64, so I always play the games. I always play, whether it be Super Mario Brothers, right, the Super Mario one, and also I play 007 or the WWE No Mercy, or the WCW versus NWO, and then sometimes me and grandfather would play this motorcycle game. He loved motorcycles, man. He had a couple Harleys, a couple Yamaha, he had a Yamaha, and all these, and it's pretty cool. But and I remember that, always playing and all that fun stuff. My grandma would always, just the fondest memory, the youngest memory I have is I was like real little. I was in my grandma's room. In her room, she had, a bed, and she would have, and when you come in on the left-hand side by one of her first closets she had, there was a rocking chair, and she would sit there, and I would like kind of sit, in front of her as she was sitting on the rocking chair. She would, be singing to me like the number song or the alphabet, and we would or Patty Cake. I remember all that, and sitting right there. I remember all that fun stuff, and they were amazing, and it's crazy because I think about, growing I feel bad for a lot of kids that they didn't have that luxury like I did of having a relationship, a good relationship with their grandparents, and a lot of times, which is sad, you see a lot of kids because the grandparents live out of state, they only see them for the holidays, and it's sad, But me, honestly, sometimes there's kids that kind of embarrassed by the grandparents because they kind of, they can be overprotective, or they give them, or you see like in movies where they knit them, sweaters, or give them like gifts they don't like, but I didn't care, and but I was had the honor and the privilege and the blessing of being able to have my grandparents there all the time, and just seeing them every day. It was nice going to my grandma's house, and I love going there, and a lot of kids, they want to go hang out, spend the night at their friend's house. I'd rather go to my grandma's house. I remember there were some times when my grandma would come to our house, usually like on a Saturday, right? And then every time I'd be like, Mom, can I spend the night at grandma's house? And she'd be like, well, ask grandma. Okay, so I'm like, sure, bring some clothes. Bring some nice clothes, we can go to church. I remember grandma in church. I remember in church, right, because I was little, so I didn't want to get bored. So I would always have this little blue little notepad and a pencil. I always had to draw pictures or whatever, So it was grandma was Catholic, so I was a Christian, but she was Catholic. So I went to her church, and it was a Catholic church. So you don't understand what they're saying really, but I would just draw pictures or whatever. I just remember doing that, and and afterwards we'd always go eat, whether it be. One time we would go, not to read it. One time we went to Marie Callender's, and we go to our place we always go to. I remember the most was Millie's. Grandma, they love grandma's. They always knew her there. And you don't see too many Millie's around. But where grandma used to live, or grandma, I went there and went to Scobina. That's where they still got the original. I think it's the original, the Millie's right there, and it's cool. Play a lot of the old music, and we still go there once in a while, but we still hear a lot of the old music and all that, which is pretty cool. And I remember going there, getting the mac and cheese and the freaking carrots. Those were the best. Those were the best carrots right there. Remember that, or I remember always, And then, too many other places we would go eat, but I just remember that, And You know, and I think it's important to have a relationship with your grandparents because, you know, they're the parents to your grandparents. One day they're not going to be here. Now, for those of you who are listening, you don't have a relationship or don't even, you should get to know your grandparents. Well, sometimes you get grandparents, you know, that are not really good, right? They weren't good parents to begin with, and I'm sorry. Nothing you can do about that. But yeah, if your mom said, oh man, your grandma and grandpa are great, get to know them. Ask some questions. I never did. I never really asked too many. But when they were younger, that's what I wish I would have asked, right? But so I enjoy having, you know, that relationship. And, you know, especially with my grandma, I kind of relate to Lance. Because like Lance says, his grandmom is his best friend. And she was my best friend. You know, and I think that's why, because there's a lot of people that don't understand it, but moms, even dads too, they're not supposed to be their children's best friends or their friends. No, they're supposed to be the parent. And do is they want to become their friends, and they allow them to do certain things. They all want the kids to like them. Who cares if they like you? Sometimes you don't like it either. Sometimes you don't like your parents, you know, right? Because they make a certain decision, you don't like it, you know. But that's just they're doing what's best, right? You know, they want to keep them from harm. They want to keep you safe, right? And that's what I'm saying. You guys, you know, people don't understand that, you know, but I think that's why they made grandparents, grandmas and grandpas, so they can be your best friends. My grandma, she was. They were always everything together. Growing up, we go to the, remember me, my parents, and my grandma and grandpa would always take them to the beach. Always go there to Redondo, get some shrimp, walk around the pier. We'd always get ice cream. I always wore this, my sweatshirt, my jackets, right? When it was cold, and grandma was like, don't try not to get ice cream on that jacket. You know, I always managed somehow to get ice cream on the jacket. I don't get it. It was a cone, so, you know, but I just remember that. I remember, you know, that, you know, growing up and all the fun times we've had. And, you know, and one time I remember it was me, my grandma, and my aunt and uncle. One of my aunts and uncle went to Disneyland, which I think was pretty cool, right? And I remember there's a photo I found, looking through old photos of me, and I was real little, me, my brother, and my parents and my grandparents at Knott's Berry Farm. I'm thinking, I do not remember that at all. That's crazy. I don't remember that at all. I remember Disneyland. I remember going to Knott's Berry Farm with grandma and grandpa. It's weird. But, you know, also want to share with you guys that I'm currently working on a book about my grandmother's life. And working on it for a couple of years now, but now I'm almost done. My uncle's going to help me finish the last part of what needs to be done. Finish it up, and then we're going to make sure it's good to go. Read it a couple times. Send it to one of my friends, right? And then everything's good to go. We're going to publish it. It's going to be ready hopefully by the end of the year. So we'll let you know on our show any updates and when the book is done. I highly recommend you pick it up. It's going to be an amazing read. You know, it's going to be about love, strength. My grandma, she was the strongest person because she had, you know, she would literally fall because she was like, when she was older in her 70s, she would like fall, right? Because she would lose her balance. She used to have a cane when she would fall. Did that hurt? She would like, everyone would be like, Mom, are you okay? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Does it hurt? He goes, no, I'm fine. You know, and the part I think that is she was a little bit she, you know, had some garnet, right? She wasn't, you know, skinny. She was, you know, a little bit chunky, but because you know, and it's good to have a little bit of meat because then when you're older and you fall, you don't break nothing. She fell and she never broke nothing, like never, you know. It's crazy, you know. And then, yeah, because look at my grandfather. My grandfather got older, you know, after my grandmother passed away. He just, you know, completely gave up. I understand. You know, I can't imagine being with someone for 57 years and then not having them around anymore. You know, he gave up, you know, and then he would not want to eat, and therefore he had like kind of dementia a little bit, but after she passed away and he gave up, just went full blown. You know, he remembered a couple people like me and my sister, but some people he didn't remember. Sometimes he would remember my grandmother, but but he gave up. And it's funny when he got real skinny. And one time he felt like, yeah, the bed was kind of not too high, but he fell off the bed, right? And he ended up breaking his hip. So see, it's why it's good to have a little bit of meat. Don't get too skinny, guys. Don't try to get too skinny, because then you're going to end up being, you might end up, get older and you fall and you break something, but yeah, but whenever she was strong, man, she'll read in the book a lot of stuff of her being strong. She had diabetes, she had, problems, diabetes and all this stuff, and she was tough. Nothing fazed my grandmother. She was tough. She was strong. Physically, mentally, just all the stuff she went through, man. Dialysis, just crazy, but she was strong, man. You read in the book, she would literally, dialysis drains you, right? Usually on Saturday, not every Saturday, but because we had a bunch of grandkids, right? So she had a lot of birthday parties going up. So she had dialysis, I remember, right? It drains you. But she's like, nah, I don't want to go home. She always wanted to go to the birthday parties. Still, she didn't care. I'm like my grandmother, because every family's everything. She loved her family so much. She loved being with her family. She loved the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July. Oh my gosh, she loved it. Those were her favorite, just being with her family. She loved it. She loved it so much, and that's how she passed away. Like, over 100 people were there. Like, that's how much, and that's how I want you to read the book, because when I wrote the book, I knew when she passed away, I knew. I even told my brother, I write the book about her life. He agreed with what I said, because if more people were like her, the world would be a better place, and also, the world would be a better place, and I think that it would be, and people can read her story and just be inspired, be like, wow, what a man. When you're done reading the book, you're going to be like, wow, what an amazing woman. And yet again, a lot of people have the similar story, but a lot of people, the stories don't get told. And I knew my grandma's story. She's one of a kind. She had to get, her story needed to be told. So that's why I hope you guys enjoy the book when it comes out this year. But also, just stay tuned. Then once the book is done, I want to wait about a year or so, just promoting the book. Giving my aunts, my mom, everybody, aunts, uncles, give them a bunch of, stack of just business cards. It's going to have the name of the book, where to buy it. Of course, it'll be available either on CreateSpace, or you can buy it on Amazon. And then you can actually, and once we do that, then we're going to, then a year or so, do a book signing, and then I want to send it to Tyler Perry, and then probably Oprah and all that, have them read it, and hopefully turn the book into a film, which would be pretty cool, and it's going to be cool, because I found out, one of my friends was telling me that, basically, you can like, basically a company like MGM or Universal, whatever, or Tyler Perry Studios, they'll give you money, say $2 million to invest in your movie, but you make a deal. So say when the movie's done, you make this amount of money, they get a percentage of that. So it's worth it, it's worth it, so that would be cool to do that. And trust me, there's stuff that you're going to see in the movie that's not going to be in the book. Because the book, I wanted to be a certain way, just to get an understanding of how amazing she was, how much love and strength she had, and how much impact and how much she meant to us. But then the movie's going to add more, that's not in the book, so it's going to be a lot of fun to do, and I hope you guys do enjoy it, and so I'll keep you guys updated, and my grandparents, and a lot of my music I listen to, I get it from my grandmother and my grandfather too, more of my grandmother. I remember one time going to her house, and after school would always eat cereal. I would always eat cereal, bowl of cereal after school every day. That was my thing, right? And then one time my grandmother was cleaning the house. She always liked to listen to music when she was cleaning the house, right? So she had on Etta James, right? And I didn't know Etta James at the time, so I listen to it and I go home. Look at my brother's iTunes. I realized that he had the same song. I'm like, this sounds like the song Grandma was playing earlier. I look, yep, it sure was. So that's how I got into Etta James. I love Etta James now. And I remember me and Grandma used to, and I bought some CDs, and one time me and Grandma, every time she would come over to my house, we'd always listen to music, always listen to Etta James or Michael Jackson. She got me into Michael Jackson, because one time I came to her house. One time I came to school, she was like, you ever heard Michael Jackson? And I'm like, no. And she showed me the VHS tape of the Bucharest concert, right? One of my uncles had recorded for her, right? Oh my, I was blown away. Especially Thriller, blown away. Like, wow, that was amazing. A lot of music, even after she passed away. Like, I remember hearing on the radio, Cherry Cherry or Sweet Caroline, but I never really listened to it, That's why I kind of got into it. I like Neil Diamond now. I like, but it's funny, growing up, I never knew she liked Barbra Streisand. I never heard her Barbra. I'd always hear her listen to Etta James or whatever, but I never really heard her listen to Barbra Streisand. And I'm like, oh yeah, Grandma loved Barbra Streisand, so I started listening to her. And man, she's amazing. I love her music now. I love Barbra Streisand, and I love, even going out, I never really listen. And I remember in the car when Grandma picked me up, sometimes he'd have his little cassettes, right? I'd always have on Spanish music. Old school, that's the best, the old school. And after he passed away, I love it. I love, only I really listen to is like Vicente Fernandez. He's the best. I love that old school style of Spanish music, right? And I knew, and after he passed away, my grandfather passed away, that's when I started getting into, I was looking for music, right, to put for a slideshow. I knew he liked certain bands. I knew he liked CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. And I remember hearing music, right? I see what songs. And I remember on the radio that they used to listen to, Carrots 101, back when they played good music, obviously. They played Bad Moon Rising or Proud Mary, but I didn't know who the artist was. Back then, the cars didn't have things that told you what the song and the artist was, so I didn't know. So basically, after he passed away, I look at CCR, I remember these songs, so now I love Creedence Clearwater Revival. Some artists that I like now, or I know about now that I didn't know when they were around, that they liked. Imagine me and Grandpa would have been getting down to some Barbra Streisand. Me and Grandpa would have been getting down to some CCR, man. I didn't know he liked Elvis Presley. I knew he liked Elvis Presley. I remember he would tell me he was singing to my grandmother all the time. Meet me in the alley behind the barn. Don't you be afraid that I'll do you no harm. Come on and bring my rocking shoes, 'cause tonight we're going to dance away all the blues. It's crazy. Wow, it's just crazy. I can share with you stories for days on my grandparents, okay? I'll share with you one story. One time, because, most parents, my mom, most parents, they want to have their house clean, right? Comment down below if you know what I mean. Most parents want to have their house clean, right? Before the New Year, right? So New Year's Eve, they got to clean the house. That's what Mom did. And usually New Year's Eve, we wouldn't go to my grandma's house like 9 o'clock anyway, because we would stay up till past midnight anyway, right? So I remember that. I remember, we would do that. So Mom would always want to clean. Always clean. Before we go to my grandma's house. I remember I got smart, right? The day before New Year's Eve, right, would usually be my cousin Royal's birthday party, right? You always have it at Graziano. I remember, right? So I got smart. I asked Mom, can I spend the night at grandma's house? And Mom would be like, sure, right? I didn't say why. I just spent the night, sure. Mom was like, sure. So that's how I got out of cleaning. I got out of cleaning. Like, yeah, I was smart. See, right? And of course, my grandma never said no, right? So I remember one time, right? So after that was one time, right? So one time, okay, so we're going after the party. We went home, right? It was in Pomona, right? The one in Graziano's in Pomona. They closed it down. I think they demolished it, I don't know. But, yeah, I remember that. They got rid of it. But one time when we had a party, they said, okay, we're going home, right? Usually we go to the Graziano's in Ontario, but this time we went to the one in Pomona, because it's close to my aunt's house, right? So we went to that one, and we basically went there, and then afterwards we were going home, right, to my grandma's house. I right? And we were supposed to go only one way to go that. We got lost and went the opposite all the way to the Ontario airport. And grandma was like, we went the wrong way. My grandfather was driving. And I said, stop. Right? How do you get to La Puente? Oh, where's that at? We gotta go this way, and we got lost. And at the end, we got home. Finally, we made it home safe. Finally. And my grandpa's like, it's okay, we just went cruising. We just went for a cruise. That was funny. Every time my grandfather would drive kind of fast, right? Not too fast, but one time grandma was like, look at your grandfather driving like a bad, you know what? My grandma never said the actual word. I think about it too. I look about like crazy. Like think about like my grandmother, and compared to other people's grandmothers, I'd see like Lance's grandma. She always curses and all that. And it's crazy. My grandma was total opposite. My grandma had never heard her say a curse word in her life. You know, my grandma was Catholic, so I remember I always hear stories like she would ever think about something wrong or think about a bad thing. She'd be like, "Forgive me, Father," right? Or every time she would like miss church for some reason, she couldn't go. She always go to confess. I want to know one time she didn't go to church, so she was like, oh, the next day I was at her house, like, we gotta go to church real quick, gotta go to confession, because she didn't go, right? But that's how she was. She was a good religious person. Because she was religious, that played a part in her, I guess. You know, she never did anything wrong, right? She did something, she, one time my mom, I guess she was driving my dad's truck, right? And she ended up accidentally backing into a person's car, right? So it didn't hit it that bad, this little ding, right? And she went in the house. Mom, I hit so-and-so's car. He goes, what? And I'm like, do they see you? He goes, no. They don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They didn't see you. No, it's okay, they didn't see you. Grandma. She's like, Mom. I just remember all that funny stuff, man. I can share stories for days. But to wrap it up, my grandparents were amazing, man. They were the best, And comment down below if you're close with your grandparents, if you have a good relationship with your grandparents, and I was blessed, and it's crazy to think everyone keeps saying that, I was grandma's favorite, right? Well, no, I think grandma never had a funny story, because my grandmother, right? My grandmother, didn't have one, but my grandma's, everyone, I never did, but my brother, my other cousin would always ask. One of my older cousins always asked. They'd always ask, Grandma, who's your favorite? I'm not telling. And Grandma was like, okay, on my deathbed, I will tell you, right? We still don't know. You know why? Because she was in the hospital. You're reading in the book, but she had a tube in her mouth, right? For breathing, she had a tube in her mouth, right? So she couldn't speak. So she never was able to tell us. Goodness, she probably, right? But but I don't think I think everyone was her favorite. She didn't have any favorites, but yet again, though, if I was, what do you expect? Because like my brother, when my brother was around, he was born in '83, right? So when he was born, it was him, a couple of my older cousins, Brandon, a couple other cousins, and some of the neighbors' kids, right? So he babysat them, right? But I was born in '93, and like I said earlier, my two other cousins around my age, she didn't watch them, right? So basically my sister was born in 2003, so for almost 10 years, it was me and her, right? Or even when my sister was born, before when my grandpa passed away, like I said, I was 17, 18 years old, right? So with that 17, 18 years, I went to her house every day, right? It was me and my sister, so what do you expect, right? My brother and all of them was born. She babysat not just my brother, but other grandkids and the neighbors' kids too. But it was when I was born, my brother was older, so he would stay home. So grandma just babysat. It was just basically me and her most of the time. So what do you expect, right? What do you expect? And also, real quick, comment down below if your grandmother passed away too, if you're really close. If you were close with your grandparents. And honestly, guys, people say, it gets easier. Honestly, it doesn't get easier, but it does. When she first passed away, I have a poster of her that I made, right? And I would look at it. I look at her pictures and all that. So I would look at it, I would just break down. I would just, have a little moment, But it's been set. But 7 years later, I'm good. I don't cry. Once in a while, I think about it. Of course, on her anniversary. Most of the times when we go to her cemetery, right? And we look at the headstone, just thinking about her, like, man. But I'm good though. It gets easier in the sense that you don't cry as much. You don't get all, like you do in the beginning. But you're still gonna miss them because they were awesome. You're gonna miss them. Like, I miss my grandma and grandpa. This is something. It'll be 20 years down the line. You're still gonna miss them because how much they meant to you, right? How much they're in a better place. If they were religious and all that, they're in a better place. But at the end of the day, by the end of the day, you're still gonna miss them because they were amazing. So, but yeah, they were the best though. And in the book you're gonna read. It's crazy to think it's been almost 7 years now because I still remember when I remember, it seems like she passed away just yesterday. I remember in the hospital. I remember the day before she passed away, the night before. Oh, that was bad. And the day she passed away, I remember those 2 days vividly. That's why you're going to read about them in the book. I can't give them away. I can't give away the whole book. The white part was the book. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video, guys. And I'll see you guys back next week. The next edition of the Legendary Show. Check out our previous video. I did get done with a prank. It failed miserably. He didn't get the reaction I thought he would. But anyway, I got him anyway. So, oh well. Hope you guys do have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys next time. And Grandma and Grandpa, I love you so much. I didn't mention you guys too that every year I do a video for them. I do like a memory video. So I talk about, I'll pick a song that my grandma liked, right? And then I'll be in it dancing, or most of the time I just put videos and pictures and I like it, And then last year I did one for my grandfather, and then this year I'm doing one for both. So I do one for both of them because last year was the first year he passed away. This is the second year, so last year I did 2, but this year I'm doing one for both of them. So it's pretty cool. And this one's the best one I ever did because I'm using my new green screen, so I think it came out pretty cool. So hope people like it. So it's pretty cool. And one year I did a song called what you hear in the beginning of this show, this episode, Simply the Best by Tina Turner. I like that song. I did that for my grandmother a couple years ago, right? Which is pretty cool because she was though, so I like that song. So hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you guys next time. You're not done with that. We got 3 words for you. Legend, wait for it, dare you. I have my grandmother would say, word of advice, don't forget to make before you leave.